Happy New Year everyone, and welcome back to another video. It's a new year, so I'm making new content for you all. I hope you had an amazing holiday season and wish that everyone watching has a new year that's 2,022 times better than last year. Believe me, we all kind of need it. So today, we're changing things up. I'm answering your questions left on my previous videos, so if you want a shout out and for me to answer your question specifically, leave a comment to being mentioned in another one of my videos. And with the new year, I have new goals for this channel. As of today, we currently have around 250 subscribers on this channel. By the end of the month, let's get that to 500 subscribers. I know it's a little ambitious, but if we can get this number to 500 subscribers, I'll share 5 free one-on-one lessons for my website, ryanrafi.com. I've helped dozens get into top firms, boost their salary, practice for their interviews, and so much more. So if you want to get into firms like McKinsey, BCG, Deloitte, Accenture, and more, then here's your chance. So take a second to like, comment, and subscribe to support our channel and grow to let others take value from this content as well. With all that said, let's get into today's video. The first comment comes from my take-home salaries video from Sahil D. Hey, could you make a video on how ACCAs could get into management consulting or investment banking? So Sahil, this one's for you and I hope you're watching out there. If I'm not mistaken, ACCA is an acronym that stands for the Association of Chartered Accountants. To pivot from one industry to another, you need a couple qualifying credentials or pieces to form your application. For starters, know why you want to go from accounting to consulting or banking. Remember that both consulting and banking are different as well, so you have to have your stories accordingly. This answer shouldn't just be because I want to try something new or consulting banking is more prestigious. So what is Sahil's story and what's prompting you to pivot? Beyond that, you'll likely need referrals from colleagues currently at your firm, but also a strong supporting network from those consulting or banking firms. You're likely to need someone to speak on who you are and why you're qualified. But beyond that, I'd advise looking into the Big Four firms since they are also working in accounting beyond consulting as well. It might also be easier to transfer into one of these firms because of your background, but again, that's just my opinion and I'd advise you to speak with someone for more information. Although I am happy to discuss this specifically depending on your case if you'd like to schedule a one-on-one appointment on my website, ryanrafi.com. So the second question comes from Sunny S from my overview on the top 3 strategy consulting firms. Sunny, I know you didn't get 20 likes, but I appreciate your valiant effort. So Sunny asked to learn about the tuition reimbursement program offered by the MBB for an MBA. The short answer to if they offer them is, well, yes. Keep in mind that not everyone at these firms is automatically qualified for a tuition reimbursement though. A lot of these MBA programs today in America could run you north of $200,000, so you must be worthy of a fully covered $200,000 education. You must be a top performer, meeting with your supervisor and coach to make sure they are aware of your professional development requests earlier on within your career and especially at that firm. Perhaps the training you're looking for is available there and you may not just need to go back to school. Again, this varies case by case, so don't worry. Regardless, the usual policy for any consulting firm is that if you are approved for a tuition reimbursement up to the full tuition amount, then you are requested to return back to that firm for a minimum 2 years of work, not free of course, to, in a way, pay back for your education. By doing this, you're forgoing that immediate signing bonus or offer from another firm and going back to where you were, but likely promoted to the next higher level. So if you are interested in getting your MBA for an industry pivot, then this may not be the best case for you. But beyond this, if your firm only sponsors a certain percentage of your MBA, you can look to see if that school offers any merit-based scholarship, or you can do your due diligence and find other independent scholarships to fund your education. I've made another video where I talk about whether an MBA is worth it, so I'll link that in the bio below as well. The third question we'll be discussing comes from Sachin B from my ins and outs videos of LinkedIn. Sachin asked which bachelor degree is best for management consulting, and I love this question. This was a question that I always used to ask myself, so I appreciate you for asking, Sachin. Also, I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Forgive me if I'm wrong. The short answer is there is no right major. Going into management consulting out of college is all about framing your story to fit what they're looking for. If you're a history major, What skills do you have to become successful? What about if you're an engineer? Just because you aren't a business major doesn't mean you're automatically rejected. Take me for example. I graduated with a biomedical engineering degree. I framed my story in a way, however, where I discussed why I wanted to go into consulting. As an engineer, your goal is to solve problems using technical and analytical skills specifically to your industry and project. Well, consulting is similar. I enjoy the problem-solving ability in my business cases that utilize the math and communication skills I acquired during college. If you want more information on my story with how I went into management consulting as a biomedical engineer, I'll link one of my first videos on this channel below in the bio for you to check out after this one as well. By having a well-tailored story depending on each firm, I came out successful with my interviews at over a dozen firms. The last question I'll be answering today comes from Eco-Friendly on my top video from this channel, Management Consulting Salaries. I honestly feel like that's where it all took off. Eco asks, I want money, don't we all? So which career is best among private equity versus hedge funds versus investment banking versus venture capital versus management consulting? All the good ones. You can't go wrong with this, but this is such a loaded question because I don't even know where to begin. If you're solely going after the money though, I have to be honest, you're not going to be happy no matter how much you're going to be making. Believe me, I have friends who went into banking for the money and quit after a couple short months after noticing the work and not enjoying the lifestyle it really provided them. Each of the professions you mentioned have the potential to be making a lot of money, but they also come with their own challenges. From my understanding, it's easier to get into fields like hedge fund, private equity, and venture capital with an investment banking background since they are more financial roles. Nonetheless, it's still not impossible to pivot into one of these industries from management consulting. To answer these questions though, I need more information. What kind of firm are you looking at for each? Bulge bracket banks, boutique private equity, MBB? Also, at what position, if you're comparing an entry-level analyst to a senior hedge fund manager, there's likely to be an extra couple zeros for the manager's salary. Also, where are you looking into? Firms within New York, London, India, or somewhere else, because at that point, there's a currency exchange that may also be needed to account for. So if you'd like, leave more information in the comment below and I'll make another video where I compare all these professions, again, back to back. But with that being said, I hope you found this video helpful. This was my first time answering your questions, but if you enjoyed that and want me to make more videos like this, then be sure to let me know in the comments below. If you also found this video helpful, be sure to take a second to like, comment, and subscribe as well, as share this video with 3 of your colleagues who will find value in what I'm sharing. If I didn't get to answering your question, I'm sorry, but leave another comment and I'll be sure to make another video if I see it. All of these comments came from great videos on this channel that had a lot of views, but I'll still be linking them in the bio below in case you haven't seen them. If you'd like more information or have a private question, I'd love to answer you specifically one-on-one in greater depth on my website, ryanrafi.com, where I provide different products and services. So be sure to use the promo codes in the bio below to help you out. As always, thanks. Until next time.